Hello ji, I'm Zara and this is one of my messy steps at learning a new language. It has been raining continuously from the last 2 hours. Sometimes it's pouring and sometimes just a drizzle. It started raining when I woke up. In fact, it was the rain that woke me up. The rain was coming down in sheets and I really wanted to go out and get soaked, but I still had to make breakfast. If I had gone out in the rain, the gas would have gone off by the time I go back. So I had two choices: go get soaked in the rain or make breakfast. So I went with breakfast, but I kept it simple. Just a simple cup of tea, quick to make, and I could still enjoy rain while sipping it. And another reason for not getting drenched in the rain was I knew that if I did, I would also be late for my English practice, which I ended up being late regardless. After I finished my tea, I stood in the doorway and watched the raindrop falling. There was nothing special to see, just rain coming down and hitting the boundary wall, floor, and shed. The water was dripping off the shed roof, and the sound of rain hitting the boundary wall, floor, and shed roof, along with the sound of kids playing outside. There was nothing fancy to see, but it was still a sight to behold. Not only did I have my tea standing there, but I also stayed back just to keep watching this scene. It was just rain, and every now and then the wind would blow and shift the directions of rain. Other than that, there was nothing else as a treat to the eye. Yet it was still peaceful. Why, I have no idea. Writing all this makes me wish I knew how to animate. I would bring this scene to life with animation. In fact, AI made the whole scene for me, like how I should start and what type of colors and all that. Anyway, after standing and watching the rain for almost 2 hours, I snapped out of it and thought, that's enough. Time to get back to practice. But that did not happen because Hassan came and asked me to make him a paperboard, and then Hussein and Fatma showed up too and asking me to make him paper boards, and so I ended up making paper boards for all of them. The street was full of water and it was going to take a while for the water to drain because of heavy rain, and it was still drizzling at that time, so they were playing in the street with their paper boards. And today I made a paper board after a really long time. Felt nostalgic. I do make them paper planes, but this is the first time I made them a paper board. Before asking for a paper board, Hassan showed me a trick of moving rubber band from here to here, like where you hold a rubber band and it is here, but when you open your hand it moved from here to here. Although I knew about this trick, but I still played dumb and asked him how he did that. And the way he explained it, totally worth it. In my opinion, you don't have to act like you know everything in front of kids every time. Sometimes you should play dumb. Yes, if they think you are dumb, that's another thing entirely. Then you should tell them. Anyway, I made them paper boards and they played with it in the street, and I got back to my practice. Although it was late, but I still managed to complete it. And that's a win-win situation, I guess. It was still cloudy when I was finishing my practice. By the way, my morning started at 1:30 p.m. and this is all I said was started from there. And yes, that was my writing practice. And as for my off the cuff practice, there was nothing on my mind right now, but let's keep talking, then I might get something to speak. By the way, when I was standing in the doorway watching at the rain, the only thing that was happening in my mind was how I would write all this down in my writing practice. I was thinking about it, and yes, I wrote 4 pages just on rain, on one scene, because that's a win because of my writing I managed to write 4 pages about just one scene. By the way, this is my first ever visualization, like explaining a scene. In Urdu we say it manzarkashi. So yes, this was my first ever. I don't know how it went, but I am proud of myself. You know what, the scene that AI wrote me, like how I should shoot this? If I were a vlogger, I might write that, but I'm not. So if I ever get a chance in my life, in my future, I might try it. I am going to take a screenshot of it, and then I will add that in this video, and in future if I remember, I will try this the way AI told me to do. I'll try this. And with that, I guess, bye.